Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll stop taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart, and we'll stop back at the current range. And this is, of course, the overall range. Overall range that the euro has been dealing with, but of course, as we've been saying, this is the more local range, with this being the high and this being the low. And we take a look at this, a closer look. As you know, it's the lower high from the highs, made this lower low. Price came back into this area of supply and sellers pushed it back down, broke structure to the downside out of this area of supply. We know price broke structure to the downside. There is liquidity sitting under these lows. And I don't know if this happened in the last video from yesterday, but impulse down, good opportunity to sell, as this is considered a retracement. Could possibly target the lows of this overall push internal bearish structure, and waiting to see if this can continue to push down and target this strong higher low of this overall range. And of course, just waiting to see if it can pull back, because like I said, this impulse down broke structure and took out this liquidity. So waiting to see if there's any opportunity for a pullback in order to keep on targeting lows. And that also all depends on the dollar index news. GBP USD, let's go map out the current range. Continues this bearish push, but overnight we see from yesterday it's continued. Of course, lower highs, lower lows, possibly lower high, waiting to see if these sellers can go ahead and take out the low of this overall range. We said yesterday is in another consolidation area, and price did break out of it, but it may have just swept it and come back into it. So, and this did impulse down just like with euro, broke structure, took out the liquidity under the lows of that consolidation range, but wasn't able to take out the lows just yet. So only looking for any type of selling opportunity if there is another impulse down, or if there's a significant retrace. But as it comes back into a consolidation, you'll know whether or not that consolidation is trying to make a decision on where the price can go and take out the liquidity over these highs, or continue down lower. So just be on the lookout for that. Right now, they're starting to push down. Overall, the target would be, since swing structure is bearish, to continue pushing down, take out the lows of the overall range. We'll take a look at DXY. And like I was saying yesterday, should have targeted the highs of this overall structure. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Waiting to see if this is going to be a higher low. I think in these previous videos, I did say this is probably going to end up being a higher low once it does start breaking structure. And it did break structure from the last video. Let's see, that's 7. It did impulse up, so congratulations to anyone who did take that trade up to the highs of this overall range. Like I was saying, this could be the higher low from these lows. And as soon as it impulsed up, perfect buying opportunity to go ahead and target the highs of the overall range. But right now, it's just reacting from that area. It could be a double top. Waiting to see if sellers step back up from this point, but right now it's just in consolidation at the highs of this overall range, which this range started back in September. So AUD USD, let's go map out the current range. It's just the overall range. This dates back to September as well, but we're looking at the local 4-hour chart. These sellers took price down to these lows, retraced this area of supply, pushed prices back down, wasn't able to take out the lows, and we continue to just break structurally up to either side. No real direction, not a trending market, but more locally. Recently, since the last video, we do see that these lows were taken out or swept after this impulse. So it did break structure back down, kind of gave a retrace, and then came back into this area of support. Still, that area of support is holding up as it has been. This overall consolidation, this area of support holding up, and this area of resistance continues to hold up. Like I said, not really a trending market, but if it does continue to this bearish push down, like I said, these lows, these sellers weren't able to take out these lows. So it could continue. This could be a retrace, continue down, but overall, it's just in consolidation. NZD USD. Let's go and map out the current range. And this continues to be bearish. Well, this was yesterday's range, I believe, and then we see that what we saying yesterday, it should continue out of this area, out of this ascending channel, which it did, which I said yesterday. It's a good opportunity to sell once it did start to take out the liquidity sitting on these lows and break structure. It should target the lows of this overall range, and that's exactly what happened. So congratulations to anyone who did take advantage of that. But right now, that was the range from yesterday, but it did break structure, did break the lows. Even though buyers did step back in, it looks like it's somewhat of a V-shaped recovery. Technically, this would be the current range after that break, but price is back into this range. So this was trending down. It's the higher low from the previous, the lower high from the previous highs, and it's the lower low. This will be a lower high from this high. Then that high broke this low. So this is now the current range, the current price leg. Like I said, it wasn't a impulse out. It just wasn't as much as I wanted it to be. And price did immediately come back into this consolidation. So waiting to see if this is going to be a pullback and then continue down. Doesn't necessarily have to come back into a premium of this range, but if it does, it's like the area of consolidation, area of supply that could push prices back down. Looks like it may be trying to go back down right now, but since it just happened, I'm waiting to see what decision price could be making as this consolidation area hasn't been the strongest move to push prices, unlike this area did. So I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.